Hola y bienvenidos a España. Welcome inside of the Bilbao Airport Circuit here in northern Spain, here inside of Basque country. It is the Basque Oh, good lord! It is the Basque e-Prix presented by Cabify, and that was just not what I wanted there. But I'd like to welcome y'all here. It is a beautiful day for racing, as the electric racing tour, or the best that the electric racing tour has to offer, gets ready to take on the Bilbao Airport Circuit that got broken in later on, or earlier on this afternoon. An exciting truck race that came down to 3 drivers that had a realistic shot to win. It ended up being Michelina that pulled away in that truck race to get the victory, and getting herself in the history books as the first ever winner at the Bilbao Airport Circuit in row racing. But here in Basque country, you can see all the Basque flags up there in the hairpin. Here in this beautiful part of northern Spain, here in the autonomous territory. Bilbao Airport, a real-life airport that is currently active, but right now here in the row racing scene, it is being turned into a racetrack. And boy, is it a beautiful one. We spent quite a bit on this one, but it's about ready to be broken in here. The Basque e-Prix presented by Cabify, and we're all glad to have y'all here with us. But first, before we get going here for the Basque e-Prix, before we get into our pre-race ceremonies, let's take a look at your Hankook driver spotlight for the Cabify Basque e-Prix, and we're going to start off with none other than where in the hell is he? Shoot, Miss, Kill, driving the Tesla here. Doesn't have a scheme yet. That will change next week, I promise. But I don't really. If you watched our truck race earlier today, I don't think he really needed much of doesn't really need much of an introduction. Had a fantastic showing in the truck race today. Fresh off a suspension, he's trying to rehab his reputation a little bit here. Not collecting points here in the Cup Series. However, he is getting a little bit of extra seat time, trying to go for a Cup ride in Season 6. But he almost won the race. If it wasn't for some shenanigans by Marcel at the end of the race, he could have had a shot to try to go for Michelina. Speaking of Michelina, she is right here. She's starting in the front, or the second row of the grid. On the outside. Shoot, Miss, Kill, please stop raping our competitors. But she is starting on the outside row of the grid. The inside row of the grid. She'll be looking for a win here. She is going for points here in the Cup Series. She's going to try to sweep the weekend here in Bilbao and drive in the number 87 Ford Mustang Mach-E. She is always a threat, especially on the right turns. We're going to move on to our next competitor here, which, who do I want to take a look at today? Let's take a look at the newbie, Danger 29T, who's making his first start here today in the Hankook E-Cup Series, driving the number 48 Chevrolet Blazer EV, replacing Narrows in that 48 ride for Shark Motor Club. He is going to look to make a big splash here. Had some internet problems during qualifying, which kind of kneecapped him a little bit. However, he's hoping to really show what he is made of here in this race here today. Will it be a dream debut, or is he going to go like Riley Herbst and have the worst debut ever? Let's find out. But before we do any of that, let's go into our pre-race ceremonies, and let's head down to the grid for the national anthem of the United States. Please remain standing for the national anthem of Spain. All right, drivers, start your engines. And of course, today's race will be 30 laps. And it should be a good one. If the truck race was anything to go off of, this should be an instant classic. And we are very much hoping it is, as this circuit gets broken in. It had the Cup Series race, or had the Truck Series race earlier today. But right now, the Cup Series is going to test their mettle. The best drivers in electric stock car racing getting ready to tackle the airport circuit here in Bilbao. But the question that we must ask our drivers first. Drivers, are you ready? Someone reset. Someone's in Sky Jail. Hold on 1 second. That would be danger. Hold on. Whew. Well, I hope your passports are up to date. This is the first of quite a few international races this season. Right now we're in Bilbao. I think we were actually we were in China actually just a couple of weeks ago. However, and Australia. This is the third race out of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 international races. We have a race in Porto Alegre, Brazil, coming up on May 31st, followed by the very next week a race in Alberta on the 7th of June, followed by a race in the Netherlands and in Germany, and then back to Saskatchewan in Canada on August 9th. So that will be our international lineup for season 6 or season 5. But the drivers are all ready to go. With, of course, our drivers on the starting lineup, they're all ready to go. Of course, the drivers are all ready to go. And by the way, for this course, pay attention to the lights for the start. So with that being said, Raffies will be on pole, and the lights will start now. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Oh, redo. Someone jumped. Who was that? Because we're going to send them to the back. Was that Quirt? So Quirt is to the back for the jump start. And the Tesla, so that was shoot, miss, kill. So you two are to the back. We're gonna try this again. All right. So whenever you guys are ready. That means, Yanov, you're going to take that spot there. Good. Somebody's got a sword, and I don't know why. All right. Let's try this one more time. Are we ready? All right. Watch the lights here. Lights will go off here now. 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's lights out and away we go from Bilbao. It's the Basque e-Prix brought to you by Cabify. Into the first corner. Jesus Christ, Blend. Oh my God, they're all dead. They are all fucking dead. But they keep it going for the most part. And now on, oh shoot. So Michelina, that sword broke your non-vision lag. So yep, we're gonna throw a yellow. We're gonna throw a yellow and all. Yep, that just killed people. So that's also gonna be a 1 out of 3. I knew the sword was gonna do that. I was just hoping that it was like fixed or something. So the caution is out because Michelina brought out a sword and it broke her non-V lag. So that means she's gonna have to jump out of her car and get back in. When we get across the line, that is. So she's gotten the 1 out of 3 for that. Sushi saying, good job, Polish. Now I'm to the back. Pit road will be closed, by the way. Jesus Christ. People are flying. Michelina. So, I have never seen a caution come out because of somebody getting non-vision lag broken because of the sword. This is a first for me. I don't know why the sword does that. Okay, so Yanov should be 8th. So number 4, you need to move into that other grid slot. Actually, no. Michelina, you're to the back. So everybody needs to move up then, because Michelina is going to be at the back here. Pit road is closed. I forgot. All right, can we go 1 lap without? Can we go 1 lap without drawing a sword and breaking our vision, or breaking the vision lag? I see a lot of lock emojis. Is Heim leading right now, or is this the cup race? There's no fucking way, dude. Y'all are letting a part-time driver do that to you. I don't care if he's the truck champ or not. All right, let's do this, guys. No lights this time since it's just yellow. Green flag back in the air here in Bilbao. And it looks like Blend got a horrible start, but shoot, miss, kill helps him out. And Yanov is going to send it. Well, that's what we call a natural consequence. Still 1 car around, still green. Well, the truck race was better than this, but to be fair, there were only 5 drivers, so. Uh-oh, problems. Narrows just got towed by the 16. And now into the chicane, and look at Rapid sending it through. Still got the door slammed on him there. We still got people around. 3 wide in the Euskadi hairpin. Euskadi, sorry. And now into the inside, the 48. If he would have made the pass there, that would have been oh my dear God, we got somebody in the back there. I think that's shoot, miss, kill. Yep, the only Tesla in the pack. They kind of stretched out a little bit more single file now. That being said, nothing's going to protect you from the first corner and the hard braking zone heading. And by the way, do not go below that white line in the corner. Do not go below that white line. That is the pit exit. And I just realized I forgot to put fans in the stands. Oh well, who cares? It's just a presentation thing. We'll have fans next week. Oh, and Sushi gonna get the limiter, and they knew that it was gonna happen there, and so did Yanov. They both get the limiter. It's only 5 seconds though. It's better than having to do math and issue time penalties. And TD Mulvey, I think, got into a limiter as well. Not bad in his first showing. He came across the line 4th in that last lap, although right now he's currently 6th as they run. And Court will lead him across the line here. I'm trying to get a camera on him here. He's getting tailed by Raffies. We also got 4 cars battling for 3rd place there. Michelina leads the pack here. Court and Raffies are pulling away. And Raffies might have a good chance here. This track has proven to produce a lot of good underdog stories. We saw Shoot, Miss, Kill in the truck race almost win that one. Oh, we got one pinballing in the back. One is around hard. I think that's TD Mulvey. Danger. Oh, and Danger has, I think he might have disconnected. I think his internet went out. Either that or he rage quit. If so, that will likely be a suspension. And so coming across the line, Court has the lead, followed by Raffies, who's trying to make a move into the first corner. Michelina sitting behind him, the truck winner from this morning. Michelina is in 3rd, and she's got a couple of people behind her as well. Now, TD Mulvey is out of the race. However, the car, I do believe, is off the race course. So now watch me say that, and then it just pops up out of what? Nope, it's right there on that. It's in the grass. So unless you guys go into the grass, I don't think anyone's going to plow right into the back of it. But unfortunately, Danger is our first DNF here today, and I believe he might have had internet issues. I doubt it was a rage quit. Uh-oh, we got problems. Big crash, someone into the tire barrier. I think it was Blen, but he kept it going, so no harm, no foul. Although we will probably see a wreck here soon. Rapid tried to go to the inside there, I believe, of Shoot, Miss, Kill. He's tailing Narrows down the back, or down the front stretch here. And going into the heavy braking zone, trying to go around was Shoot, Miss, Kill. He was trying to, guys, stay above that line. So down the back stretch here, if that's what you want to call it. And getting plowed there is Rapid. That was not his fault. That was Shoot, Miss, Kill that just sent him in. I think they both got a limiter as a result. And I'm not sure if that broke Rapid speed or not. That's what I'm afraid of. And Rapid still trying to get the move. Here's your McLaren onboard camera. Almost 1/3 of the way through here in Bilbao. And what has been an incredible race thus far. It started a little bit hairy, but it has kind of gotten a little bit better despite people still being in close quarters. We got F1 style packs going on here. You know how in F1 races you kind of have, or if you, at least in the F1 games, I guess, you got like little clusters of people throughout the course of the track. That's kind of what it's like right now, especially between Narrows, Michelina, Blen, Rapid, and Shoot, Miss, Kill. Big battle for this position coming up here. And there's a multi-car battle for third here, potentially. But right now, look at that. Luigi wins by doing nothing. Narrows just got himself into fifth, or sorry, not meant to say Shoot, Miss, Kill got himself into fifth place there. And Karma, Shoot, Miss, Kill tried to go for the pass inside that little hairpin there, and it didn't work, coming out of Bahrain. And now coming onto the front stretch, Quirt and Raffies are still leading. Raffies is still sticking with Quirt. Let's go with your Visa onboard camera. Wheel hop. Quirt just got a wheel hop. Raffies on the outside. He's out there onto the rumble strips. He's going to use as much of the track as he can. And now Quirt trying to make a switch back on him in the Euskadi hairpin. And he's going to make the pass successfully, heading onto the runway. We got a battle between Blen and Rapid that we're going to keep a look on. This track has been producing a ton of action. I was really worried that the racing was going to suck. But take notes, Herman Tilke. It is possible to make long straights with a sharp corner and still have good racing. As long as you don't have too many of them, I guess, is the secret sauce. But to be fair, this is nowhere near a grade 1 facility. Not even close. I'd say it probably struggled to make grade 3 specifications. And Michelina's speed is broken. I'm assuming it's because she might have gotten shoved into a CC limiter. I think that's what's going on there. I'm almost 100% certain that that's the problem there. But Michelina is into third place. They are 11 seconds back from the pack. That is a very scaring, very worrying trend there. Raffies and Quirt still battling for the lead here. Raffies is trying to make the move around the Euskadi hairpin. And I don't know what's going on, Michelina. So with that, Funny Raffies still trying to hold on. They both kind of went there, and look at Quirt fishtailing, trying to throw Raffies off his draft as much as he can. Ooh, Raffies got a little bit squirrely there. He hit the rumble strips, and that kind of upset his car a little bit. And kind of have to wonder, are we going to see green flag stops here in this race? And if we do, kind of wondering who the best battery saver is. Oh, Blen's around. I think he was the only car. It was a single car accident, still green. But what in God's name happened to Blen? Michelina getting, oh dear God, this is going to be bad. This is going to be real bad. Shoot, Miss, Kill, and Rapid both just side by side down that last runway there. Now they're going to work their way back up onto runway 10. And now into the final sector they go, back onto the dark concrete on the edge of the runway, on the edge of the main runway, coming in through the final hairpin, up through Bahrain. Onto the front stretch they go. Now onto the taxiway. Michelina still has it with Rapid behind her. And they have gotten a lot more single file here. The battles have kind of faded a little bit, but that we might definitely still see some more coming here. And look at this. Look at Yanov right now, not in the great situation at all. He is way off the pace here. Oh, dear God. And it just goes from bad to worse as he just goes right into the tire barrier entering Bahrain. Michelina still has third place. That battle, like we said, has kind of simmered a little bit, although Rapid is still right there on her coattails. We'll try to get back there as soon as we can, but we got another battle here for first as Raffies is still there with Quirt. He's losing a little bit of time, but he isn't like woefully off the pace or anything. As long as he doesn't make any mistakes, as long as he can get there to Quirt. Maybe he can intimidate Quirt into making a mistake himself. But Raffies has lost a bit of time. He has lost a half a second from that last lap, although he did make up quite a bit of time there out of that. And Michelina is reporting lag, really bad lag. And Yanov is into pit road, so I think we have our first pitter. Please be careful. There you go. That was a legal pit exit, Yanov. You're good. And Sushi is relishing in Michelina's misfortunes with her equipment today. As they come in through the chicane, Michelina almost cut the chicken there. To be fair, and with this track, it's kind of self-policing with the CST lane. And Yanov, of course, now that he's a lap down, is on better pace as he's keeping it with Rapid right now. It just seems to be that one corner that Yanov really struggles in. That final corner just seems to be a thorn in his side for whatever reason. But we are officially halfway through here in the Basque E-Prix. And Rapid still trying to chip away at Michelina here in the second half here, up into that second corner, I meant to say, rather. But we actually now have a battle between Blen and Narrows, according to the splits at the line. So we're going to go with your good kid onboard camera. And Narrows had to bow out of the truck race due to internet issues. However, he looks like he's doing just fine here in this cup race so far. Not in the best position. He's not the best car out on the track, not by a long shot, but he is still making pretty good progress here on Bland. We got trouble. Yanov goes around to the tire barriers, a single car wreck. If he would have collected Narrows there, that would have brought out the yellow. And the woes continue for that 92 team. And back to the Raffies Court saga here. Raffies is right there on him. This is your Visa onboard camera again. And he's trying to chip away, and you've got to wonder if this battle is going to cause Michelina and Rapid to get up to that front pack here. And then you also got to wonder, you know, Yanov pitting earlier is making me wonder what we're going to see in terms of green flag stops. Sorry. Now onto the runway again. We got 23 laps to go here. And so far, you know, this race, we haven't seen a yellow since about lap 3. We had 2 yellows in the truck race, and I'm hoping that we don't see a repeat here. Although some of these drivers would like for a caution to come out right about now, because that gap, although it is starting to shrink a little bit, and Yanov has now revealed the reason why he's struggling so much. The lag is really starting to get to him here. He's lagging horribly. Sushi is a lap down. I think they may have pitted recently here. And number 84, Target Chevrolet. So we have had some pitters today. Yanov came in earlier, although now I'm starting to question if that was, if he came in against his will. And I don't know what kind of court, or what kind of court line is running. Well, what kind of line Court is running, but it's working for him. Seems to be a similar line to Raffies as he follows him through the corner leading up to the Euskadi hairpin. And clean corner. I think Court took that one a little bit better, though. Raffies is not really, he's kind of stagnant right now in terms of the split at the line, but that might be a good thing here. He might be fuel saving, you never know. Don't know what that strategy is. Maybe Raffies is holding off on purpose. Oh, well, as soon as we say that, Raffies is into pit road. And he is going to come in. He's going to take his stop. So it looks like we were kind of right about the battery situation here, that they will need to pit here soon. We kind of wonder what other drivers we're going to see coming to pit road. I think I see Rapid coming in, and I see Michelina coming in. So Rapid was able to get by Michelina earlier. We got another pitter coming in. Looks like one of the gray cars is coming in. I'm thinking that was... No, it wasn't gray at all. That was somebody else. Blen, I think. Something's not right with Blen. And Blen is retiring, it looks like. So that's why he came into pit road. So he's going to get credited with the 9th place points. So I don't know what's going on, what the story is there, but we'll try to find out after the race. And Michelina will exit cleanly. So does Shoot, Miss, Kill. They do not cross the pit line. And now you got to wonder now if Quirt's going to come down pit road here anytime soon. Could be another battery mileage race here in the Cup Series. So now that we have 8 drivers, TD Mulvey started the race and had some issues, we assume, with lag. And now he's been out of the race for a good 20 laps now. 10 laps to go here in Bilbao. The inaugural Cup race here, the inaugural Basque e-Prix. No shortage of action so far. Not nearly as exciting as the Cup race, or as the truck race, I will concede. But Quirt is diving down into pit road. This could be an opportunity for Raffies, as one guy just kind of unlapped himself here. And Raffies is coming in through the final corner, so he could possibly get a pass here. Quirt just got out of his pit stall. Sushi comes across the line. Raffies is going to make the pass. Now it's just going to be a matter of whether Quirt is going to come out of pit road legally or not. And yep, he will. Now it's side by side between Raffies and Quirt. Raffies is into the lead, trying to get a win. And he's trying to get his first win of season 5. He only has 1 race win to his credit here in the Cup Series, but you want to talk about well, I actually don't know what you'd call it. I know if it was Quebec, you'd call it a francophone. What do you call it for like a Spanish speaker? You shouldn't be lapped. Are you sure about that? Because the limiter should be, or not the limiter, but the timing thing I think is accurate. We'll see, because Quirt just came down pit road last lap, so you should be on the lead lap here. But dear God, Quirt is 0.067 back. Okay, yeah. So we'll fix that. So we're now down to our final 8 drivers here. We started with 10. Blen retired. So did TD Mulvey. Danger was making his Cup debut here today. My neck hurts really bad. Please hurry up. Uh-oh, Michelina. Did she get the limiter? I don't think so. And now she's trying to chase down Shoot, Miss, Kill. This is your AutoNation BWT onboard camera. Seven laps to go here in Bilbao. And Raffies has managed to lose the lead again. Quirt is currently your leader. Although Raffies is right there. Sushi's trying to unlap himself here. And Raffies might have it here as Quirt deviates off his line. No, he had a great launch out the exit. Raffies will have the tow down the front stretch, though. What's he got? 6 laps to go, and Yanov is going to be the 3rd car to retire. The lag, too much for him. Now I'm starting to lag. 6 drivers remain. How will this race end? We just had green flag pit stops. Court trying to hold on to the race lead here. Court looking for only his 2nd win of the season, the 2nd win for Angelic Racing. And now here comes Raffi's back bumper to Court. They re-enter the runway. Oh, contact! Raffi's gets to the back bumper. Court is horrendously off pace. Something's wrong with that Ford. Raffi's tried to get around him, but the door was slammed. He's going to have to try to set something up in turn 1. 5 laps to go when they cross the line. And this racetrack has proven to be a fantastic one for racing. Raffi's trying to get around. Not very many braking zones to choose from here. And unfortunately messed up his line exiting turn 2. Onto the runways. Onto the small aircraft runway. Now coming up into the heavy braking zone, entering the chicane. We have one around. I think this is shoot, miss, kill. Blue flag to shoot, miss, kill. Blue flag. At least I assume that's him. Yep, that is a Tesla, so that is him. Green flag back. As they enter the final corner here, let's check on Rapid Skill and Michelina, who are battling for who were battling for 3rd earlier. Ray Michelina is still trying to get that line on Rapid. He's trying to get a podium spot here in Bilbao. This is anything but a vacation here in sunny Spain. It's Quirt, Raffi's, and it's either going to be Rapid or Michelina in that final podium spot here when they cross. This has been a pretty good race up to this point. Raffi's is starting to fade a little bit, although he did kind of mess up the attack last time. Court slammed the door on him. Now they come in through the chicane, entering the Euskadi hairpin. And sector 1, we have a crash. I'm trying to figure out what's going on there, but coming back down 3 laps. Oh, we had a gray car. Oh, I see what's going on. So shoot, miss, kill. Was it just 1 car? And it's too late to make a caution call here. Okay, so if it was only 1 car, we'll just keep it going. So shoot, miss, kill, having some woes of his own. Be careful. Oh, dear God, we got 2 cars. Oh, no. Oh, what the hell, Rapid? Are you lagging? Please tell me you're lagging, dude. You just fucking went right into Michelina after the wreck. Oh, my God. Okay. Shoot, miss, kill. Dear God. Oh, well, I'm going to count that. That's a yellow. Lap car infraction. So the yellow is out for a lap car infraction. So that means everybody but Shoot is going to get their lap back here under this yellow. And this could prove to be a crucial moment in this race as Rapid just got into the limiter. Pit road will be open under this yellow. And Raffi's, this might be good news for you, man. This could be good news for you. If you time your jump into turn 1, I think you'll be all right. But honestly, I'm kind of rooting for Raffi's to win this. Court's got a ton of wins. He doesn't need this win. God knows. But pit road will be open. And Shoot, miss, kill is retiring now. What the hell is going on? Now we're down to our final 5, and we have a someone dead. Sushi just got killed. So there'll be no need to change laps except for Sushi. Honestly, I think it's kind of stupid for Shoot Miss Kill to retire just because he's going to stay a lap down, because you know goddamn well there's going to be a caution and you're going to get that lap back as long as you're not in it. So I think it's just at this point, Shoot Miss Kill's just throwing another temper tantrum at this point, but that's why he got released from Black Motorsport. So and they got sick of his shit after the truck race and released his ass. So he's gonna be under a different... I didn't say black. No, I didn't. I said blank. Or blanc, rather. I know I didn't say it correctly, I know, but like, I didn't say black. I'm telling you that right now. So with that, 5 drivers remain, 2 rage quits, 1 unknown retirement, and another retirement due to what I assume to be an internet issue. And now Yanov's saying he might retire from the league, so that's just fucking wonderful. So we're gonna be under overtime here. So overtime rules are in effect. Right now your leader somehow, some way is Quirt. Raffies is gonna need a good jump here. Hopefully not an illegal one. Countdown will begin here. 3, 2, 1. Green flag back in the air. We're in overtime here in Basque Country. And a dive to the inside. Michelina! She gets pushed by Sushi! And they're gonna stack up entering turn 2. This just blew this race wide open here. Quirt's still your leader. Entering the exit of the runway here, back onto the hairpin. Somehow nobody got limited there. And Quirt, here comes Michelina. Shoots through the inside, Michelina. She's gonna take the lead. Raffi's looking to the back bumper here. He's getting held up by Quirt. Is Raffi's gonna go? Oh, we got an ass pack. Quirt! And Raffi's gets limited. That's gonna take him out of the race. Raffi's with a corner cut. And coming onto the front stretch, 1 lap to go, presented by Hankook. Can Michelina sweep the weekend? She won the truck race. And she's gonna look to win the cup race as well. Here comes, oh, we got a big stack up entering the runway. It's not over yet for these back 3, but it's looking very unlikely. It's either gonna be Michelina, Quirt, or maybe even Rapid. What could this be? Raffi's cheering on his team boss, trying to get Shark Motor Club a win here. Quirt tries to enter the corner, pushes Michelina. Entering the Scotty hairpin for the final time. Quirt around the inside, Michelina unable to block. Is she gonna chase him down? Entering the final corner for the final time. Michelina back bumper to Quirt. Michelina takes him out. On the front stretch, Michelina is gonna do it. She's gonna sweep the weekend. Michelina is gonna win the Cabify Basque e-Prix. Quirt in second, Raffi's in third. I'm not even 100% confident that was entirely Michelina's fault. But the rookie finally does it. She gets her first points-paying cup win in the Electric Racing Tour. Yeah, I don't think that was your fault at all. I honestly do think it was just one of those things. And let's take a look at your Ionity fastest lap, and if it's any consolation to Raffi's, your Ionity fastest lap's going to go to Funny Raffi's with a 58.863. He beat out Quirt by almost about a tenth and a half. So Raffies will get the 5 bonus points in addition to finishing third. So that is going to grant him basically the same points as if he finished second. So that is very good news indeed for Shark Motor Club. It's still a good points game. Or still a good points race for them now. Let's take a look at Michelina. And we, as always, like to remind you that this victory is fueled by the same ones who fuel you. Victory's First Stop is presented by Maverick Adventures First Stop. And Michelina, she won the truck race today in equally dramatic fashion. Had to hold off a hard-charging shoot, miss, kill, and, what's his face? What the heck is his name? Crap. Marcel had to hold those two off to win the race at the Truck Series, and it was in this exact corner that she won that race in. Had to hold them off. They killed Marcel, and shoot, miss, kill killed each other. It was not shoot, miss, kill's fault at all. Marcel came in like a bat out of hell and took him out in the final corner. That led Michelina to the win. Now it's Michelina doing the bonsai move on Court, and I do feel bad for Court, I really do, but Michelina has been fighting all day. She's been fighting people in the mid-pack, well, not really mid-pack, but, you know, fighting people up there on that final podium spot, trying to get the win. She'll do the Polish victory lap here at Bilbao, probably the longest Polish victory lap in stock car racing history. But she gets it done, and all she needed was that last corner. It was an overtime win, and she gets it done at Bilbao here at the very first Cup Series race at the Bilbao Airport, and we'll certainly be back here in Season 6. I think that this truck race and this Cup race were an absolute overwhelming success for a track that has, quite frankly, probably too simple of a layout. It did its job. The racing was fantastic, in my opinion. I don't know about you guys, but I thoroughly enjoyed this this series of races we had this year, or this weekend, here at the Bilbao Airport Circuit. And the winner of the inaugural Basque e-Prix is going to be Michelina. She sweeps the weekend. She won the Betway 160 earlier this morning, and she'll do it again. No victory lane here at Bilbao Airport, at least not yet. At least maybe there probably will be in the public release of this racetrack. We'll just have to find out. But she'll do the Gangnam Style here on the start-finish line, and we're going to get our camera in position. And I'm going to wait for this ad board to actually change real quick to the Basque e-Prix logo. Oh, that's not going to work. Okay, well, never mind. Picture will be taken here in 3, 2, 1. Picture. And Michelina gets it done. She wins the inaugural Basque e-Prix at the Bilbao Airport Circuit. She has won both races, so she is technically the only person to have ever won at this racetrack. But we've had a lot of fun here in Basque Country. We hope you did too here on PSN. And I just can't believe it, man. We actually, this race almost didn't happen this week because the track just wasn't, I didn't think we were going to get this track ready in time. We got the track done finally. I think we got it out for practice either Thursday or Friday night. And that's just kind of how the cookie crumbled. We got it out. The drivers seemed to like it. It definitely put on a heck of a racing product, no matter how you slice it. And oh my good lord, I'm gonna need a drink after that one. Shoot, I mean, that's just one of the greatest finishes I think you'll ever see, and she does it here in Basque Country. And just wow. I mean, I need to get my breath, and I wonder what the points are going to look like after this. Michelina came into this with 215 points. She'll no doubt come out with 275 after this one, which will probably do her a ton of good. And saying she needed a run like this. Anyway, with that being said, that's going to do it for our coverage here on Perez Sports Network. And until next time, we'll see you next week. We're going to be going to Sonoma Raceway next week, although not the full course. We do have a custom layout planned in mind for this race, and that should be a lot of fun. But we're going to be going to wine country. We're trading one wine haven for another. We know that Spain and Italy and the Mediterranean countries just have really good wine, but Also, so you got to remember, we have our own wine country, Sonoma, California. We'll be heading up there for a couple of races, and that should be a good one. There will be another Truck Cup doubleheader. But until next time, it's Agur from Basque Country, and we'll see you next week in Sonoma. And until next time, and you know there will be a next time, have a good one. Michelina sweeps the weekend at Bilbao Airport.